Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's the Bot Squad podcast with your host Gene the Man 94. What's going on with you guys? I'm here to just talk about a few things going on in the WWE right now. I was gonna do a Raw review, but seeing as how Raw's been terrible the past couple of weeks, I felt like this one didn't deserve that much attention. I'll talk about a few things that happened that I liked. But before I get started, go ahead and leave a like on the video. I appreciate the support I've been getting over the past couple of weeks. I do appreciate you guys and those who are still around since I've been here from the beginning, which has been a couple months. I do thank you for continuously watching me and supporting me. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get right into it. Raw was terrible, and I'm not the only one who believes so. It was a few things that were good, like they had a Money in the Bank promo with all the participants so far. They were all like in the middle of the ring on top of ladders and stuff, just talking crap to each other. And then eventually a brawl broke out, pretty much whatever. Teddy Long returned and was trying to make tag team matches all night. And Steph just kept shutting him down. She kept getting security to come in there and get him removed. And he was just persistent. He wants to run Smackdown when it goes live in a couple weeks. But Steph was not letting it happen. She even announced that she's going to be running SmackDown. Not Teddy Long, and she pretty much kicked him out of the building. She tried to be nice to him a little bit, even though she was insulting him all night. And she eventually just kicked him out the arena. It's like, nope, I'm tired of you. Stop trying to make tag team matches. It ain't going to work. The John Cena and AJ Styles segment, man, that was a great segment. These two going back and forth on the mic was great. Cena was pretty much saying that AJ was taking the easy way out instead of just, trying to face him the honorable way. He had to cheap shot him and all of that. And AJ was like, well, I had to go after you. Cena was like, well, why are you being so damn desperate? You have to go after me. You couldn't beat Roman Reigns. You couldn't win the Rumble. Now you're getting desperate. You're going to go after the top guy to get some credibility back. And AJ was like, nah, it's not even like that. You see, guys like you bury guys like me. So I got my boys, the club, to help them out. And that's pretty much what's going on with them. The New Day faced off against Anderson, Gallows, and AJ in the main event because they tried to attack Cena, and the New Day helped them out. And that's pretty much all for Raw, really. Everything else I did not care about. I don't even care to review it. I'm sorry, but Raw was trash. But what I am going to review is NXT Takeover The End, which I consider to be one of their best takeover specials. From the top of the card to the main event, just every match that I've seen was just incredible. So I'm going to talk about that instead of talking about the horrible Raw we received. So let's get right into it. Ty Dillinger versus Andrade Cien Alves. I believe I said his name right. Ty Dillinger pretty much asked William Regal for a match at TakeOver because he feels like he's always overlooked and underappreciated. So William Regal gave him a match against the newcomer, the new debuter, Andrade Cien Alves. I hope I'm saying his name right. Once again, I don't know. Ty Dillinger is over, man. I know he just pretty much is enhancement talent at this point. But, man, if they gave that man a chance to be something good, the things he could do. The crowd loves him. They were pretty much with him the whole match than the guy that came in. I don't know, man. He could be a star if they build him the right way. Like him regrouping from the tag team he had with Jason Jordan, who I'll also talk about later. Man, just the image that he's portraying now, from coming from what he was to where he is now, and really finding himself, finding the gimmick that works for him, it's just amazing. And they should give the guy a chance. But anyway, the match happened. It was a pretty good match. Haven't really seen Alves wrestle before, but he's very crafty and technical, kind of high-flying, luchadorish. And Ty, he's just great, of course. I love his in-ring work. Even Kevin Owens shouted him out on Twitter for his in-ring work. And but Ty put up a great fight. But in the end, of course, the guy debuting is going to get the win. He had like this double knee running corner strike move and picked up the win. Pretty good match to start it off. The crowd was behind Dillinger the whole match, chanting, 10 and whatever. And it was a pretty good match. Now, this next match, I believe, is probably my favorite match of the night. The rematch from NXT Takeover Dallas, the NXT Tag Team Championship match. I really enjoyed this match, man. All four of these guys that were in this match, man, they're stars. In my opinion, they're stars, man. And they just put on a great match. You got the aggressive powerhouse, hot tag killing, no flips, just fist tag team of the Revival, and then you have the technical, high energy, high octane offense of the American Alpha, and it just meshed well in this match. American Alpha wasn't going to back down from these guys. They took the titles from them at Dallas, and the Revival wanted their damn titles back. When these guys, all of them, go to the main roster, they're going to be great. The Revival is going to be a great heel tag team, probably one of the top heel tag teams, and that tag team division is already being revised. And American Alpha is going to be so over. Everybody loves them. Everybody loves them. And the teamwork shown by both of these teams in this match was just amazing. The timing of everything, the spots that they hit, the synchronization, man, it was just on point for the whole match. And they told a very good story. The Revival tried to match up with American Alpha at Dallas, and that was the reason they lost their titles. They kind of got away from what they're known for. They tried to match up with them, and it didn't work out in their favor. So what they did was they learned from their mistakes, they revised their plan, and executed perfectly tonight. Man, you would think that American Alpha was going to retain their titles tonight, but man, it was just so many near falls and so many close finishes, and the Revival eventually got the upper hand, and Grand Amplitude was about to be hit on them. But thank God they stopped it, and they hit the Shatter Machine on Jason Jordan, and that was the end of the match. They are now the first ever two-time champion in NXT. I think of any title that's in NXT. But yeah, man, just a great match. Can't say enough about American Alpha. These guys are bona fide stars. And the Revival, man, they're a great team, a great heel team, man. I love them. I don't know if people don't really like them or, they're just playing along because they're heels, but I really enjoy this tag team. I think they're going to do great things in the future. But after the match, things got a little weird. Because these two big-ass Samoans get in the ring and they attack American Alpha after the Revival leave. And I'm just like, who the hell are these two dudes? Like, these were like swole Samoans. Like if Rikishi was built, that would be him. That's what they look like. I don't know if they're part of the family as well, because they have a big ass family in WWE. But they beat the hell out of American Alpha, and then Paul Ellering, who managed the Road Warriors, came out to the entrance ramp, and people didn't know who he was at first. I had to take a good look before I knew who he was. I was like, oh my god, he's about to be managing these two. So we'll see where this goes from there. I don't really know these two guys' names or anything. I've never even heard of them or seen them before. So we'll see who these guys are in the coming weeks or whatever. But man, that was I guess the start of a new feud for American Alpha. I don't know if they're gonna go back after their tag team championships or not, but we'll see where this goes. Next match after that, another damn good match. Austin Aries and Shinsuke Nakamura. Another dream match that people wanted to see for the longest. Now, the story here was Aries was attacked a few weeks ago by Blake and Murphy. He had Nakamura help him, and in the tag team match they had, he felt like he was kind of outshined a little bit instead of, them working as a team. Even though they won the match, Nakamura kind of took over. And then a couple weeks later, Aries said he's going to be the next NXT champion. Nakamura had a problem with that, saying he won't be the NXT champion, that Nakamura will be the next NXT champion. The King of Strong Style will be the next NXT champion. And pretty much William Regal set the matchup between these two. Very technically sound match. A bunch of holds and focusing on certain parts of the body in this match. Austin Aries had his ribs taped. And of course Nakamura went after him with his vicious kicks and knees and everything. He wasn't, holding anything back at all. And his weapons are, his legs are very dangerous weapons. And of course, Austin Aries tried to neutralize those, because if he could stop that, then he could stop pretty much 90% of Nakamura's offense. Because if he's using his feet and breaking you down like that, man, there's really nothing you can do in the end. Seemed like Aries had the advantage for the longest. He hit a nasty Death Valley driver on the apron. I thought Nakamura was about to be knocked out, but he recovered and everything, and came back and hit him with the Kishaza. I think that's what it's called, the King Shasa, something like that. Corey Graves says it with so much emphasis. You could just go ask him what it's called. But man, incredible match by both of these two. They both look strong. They both had the upper hand at one point. They were both able to showcase their abilities. And Austin Aries brought his double A game. You know, he calls himself AAA, so he brought his double A game here. But still, Nakamura's too much for him, and Nakamura picked up the victory. Hell of a match. Next match was the NXT Women's Championship match, Nia Jax versus Asuka. Now, Nia Jax pretty much destroyed Bayley a couple weeks ago on NXT in a match, and Bayley was scripted as injured. She injured her knee. William Regal was planning to make Asuka versus Bayley in the rematch for this NXT Takeover, but since she was injured and Nia Jax had just beat Bayley, she earned her chance to face Asuka tonight. I mean, not tonight, but at the pay-per-view or whatever. I like this match. I like Nia Jax. I like Asuka. These two women, they were both different in size. It was kind of like Bayley and Nia Jax's matches they've had, but Asuka's much smaller than Bayley, but she's not afraid of anybody. No matter how big, how small you are, it don't matter to Asuka. She gonna bring the fight to you. And I like this match, man. It wasn't like, a bunch of high-flying moves or anything, because, Nia Jax is kind of a powerhouse. And, it's hard to get her off her feet. And she was, physically and psychologically breaking down Asuka the whole match. This was Asuka's toughest match. And Asuka tried to do any type of submission move she could, any type of drop kick or something, or any type of kick to the head to get her down. And she eventually got her. She weakened her down little by little, and eventually got her into a few submission moves, kept her down, and then she just kept kicking her in the damn head and picked up the victory like that. I thought Nia Jax was gonna win this match, to be honest with you, because it just seemed like her power was just too much for Asuka to overcome. But Asuka's tough, man. She comes from Japan. They're ruthless out there, and she would not give up, and she retained her title in this match. And I thought it was a great match. NXT, man. Everybody in this group of people they have just are able to put on great matches anytime, any place, with anybody. And I love that about NXT. I wish, the main roster would do this a lot more. I mean, you see great matches on the main roster, but not as much. They're not consistently telling good stories. They're not consistently, putting on good shows. So once in a while you get a good match here or two, good segment here or two, but NXT is just like consistent. It doesn't matter who it is, they can just put on a great show. So now let's talk about the main event, which was the NXT Championship match, steel cage match between Finn Balor and Samoa Joe. Simple story here. Finn Balor lost his title at a house show, and Samoa Joe beat him, and now he wants his rematch. The match wasn't bad at all, man. Inside steel cage, first ever steel cage match in NXT, and they both used the cage to their advantage, man. Finn brought the demon out, and Joe was not intimidated at all. He went right after him. Most people are intimidated when Finn Balor brought the demon out, which is why I think he was the longest reigning NXT champion, or he was about to be the longest reigning NXT champion or something. He won it at Beast in the East last year against Kevin Owens, I do believe. And he held on to the title until that house show, and Joe took it from him. But this match was nice. It was a pretty good match. They used the cage to their advantage. They both used it to break each other down and weaken each other. You got to use the cage. It's a weapon. Hey, no disqualifications. Why not use it? Man, there was some great spots in this match too. They were both real aggressive with each other, trying to pretty much kill each other. But Finn hit a sling blade off the top rope, and it was just, it was clean. It was pretty clean. And they were both hitting their finishers on each other, trying to get each other pinned or whatever. Finn tried to escape a couple times, but Joe wouldn't let that happen. Joe kicked out of a coup de grace, and then eventually Finn tried to go to the top of the cage, the very top, to hit coup de grace, or just maybe to escape. But Joe got up and pulled him back inside, because Finn was pretty much dangling over the top. He got him back inside, and from like the second rope hit a nasty muscle buster, probably the nastiest one I've seen. I think Joe hit one in TNA, which kind of injured somebody, but we ain't gonna talk about that. Yeah, he hit the muscle buster off the top rope. Nope, the second rope. Yep, definitely the second rope, and picked up the victory, man. It was a great main event and a great end to this incredible show. As always, NXT puts on great shows, as I said before. You can go back and watch this. It has that type of feel to it. You know, you can go back and watch any of these matches and be satisfied that you did. With WWE, it's kind of hard to do that. You don't want to go back and watch Raw. Why would you? They don't put any effort into it. It's like the couple Raws after Mania were alright. Other than that, Raw is pretty much barely scraping by, which is why I didn't talk about it that much. It's like hard. It's hard to do Raw reviews every single week when WWE just keeps giving you crap and crap and crap and even more crap. But then you have NXT on the other hand, with new people and people who are in development coming up and just putting on great shows and showing why they should be on the main roster and showing that they can perform better than the guys that are up there. It's just, it's crazy, man. I don't believe it. Like, it's supposed to be flipped. You know, the new guys and the guys in development are supposed to be in training. They're supposed to, you know, have the mistakes and maybe not put on as great of matches off the bat. You know, they're learning or they're, you know, developing and honing their skills. But it just seems like they've been doing it, you know, longer than the guys that's been on the main roster have been doing it. And some of them have, because, you know, some of them have come from the indies. But, I mean, like, the people who have just been training there for the longest, it's like they have more effort, they put more effort into it, and they put on great shows. So, much credit to Triple H for what he's doing down there in NXT. The ladies, the men, all of them, they're just doing wonderful, and I couldn't be more proud, man. As a wrestling fan, it's very enjoyable to see that, considering what crap we've been getting from WWE. Now, hopefully when Smackdown goes to live, and the brand split happens, they have the general managers again, hopefully WWE becomes better. Maybe having the certain superstars maybe get called up and switched around to specific shows, maybe it'll be better. I'm hoping so. I'll give WWE a chance, man. I keep giving them chances, and they keep letting me down. But I'm gonna give them a chance to be great, and let this thing marinate into, yes, I get to watch Raw every week instead of, Raw's coming on. I hope it's actually good this week. I used to be excited to watch Monday Night Raw. Now it's just like, Raw's on. I pretty much only watch it so I can make the videos, which I do enjoy doing, but it's hard to make them when you don't enjoy the product that's being placed in front of you. So what I think I'm going to do is start reviewing NXT shows more. Huge fan of NXT. I've been watching for a while, since a little bit after the first NXT Takeover special, when Neville was still champion, I think. And maybe it was the second one. I don't know. I've been watching NXT for a good amount of time. So I think I'm going to start reviewing those shows. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. When SmackDown goes live, I'm going to be reviewing that. I'll talk more about it. I'm going to do an update video in a couple days and let you guys know where I'm going with the channel. Once again, I do appreciate you guys supporting me and watching the videos and giving your feedback and sharing it on Twitter and Facebook or whatever you guys do. I do appreciate that. I may not have such a big following yet, but I continue to do it so you guys are entertained. I do appreciate that. And I'll see you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And peace out.